Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna give you guys a new video today. Pretty much, it's gonna be based off of, let's say, sound systems. I had a problem with my personal car. I have a Lexus 01, and it's the 4.3 liter, the V8. So the problem I was having is literally every time when I start the car in the morning, as soon as I take off, it doesn't matter if the car is cold or hot, the amp would go into protect mode right away. So I'm gonna tell you guys a couple of things you could check, couple of possibilities that could be the reason why, if you have the same problem, your amp is going into protect mode by itself. So the first things you want to check, you just want to make sure, check the engine bay. You can start here. It's just simple stuff. Check that all your wires are fine on everything. Doesn't matter if it has to do with the stereo or not. Make sure all the wires are good, that there's no shortages, no stripped wires, nothing like that. Like here, I have these wires that are stripped here, but these are from an ABS module that I had, but I upgraded to a better one. So I rewired it, and it's been good. This is not the problem here. I had that problem way before I even did this. So you want to go ahead and check the main ones. This is your negative terminal from the battery. See, this one's a little bit loose, so just tighten it up. I put some really good battery terminals on this car. Literally, I already chopped off the fuse from it because I already found the reason why my car is doing that. So you're gonna check your positive where you connect the fuse to for the amplifier, for the subs, all that. Make sure it's not wobbly like this. Mine is only wobbly right now because I loosened it. You want to check the power and all the connections to the alternator. Make sure there's no shorts there. You want to check all your grounds. On a lot of cars, all the grounds are like on the frame of the car, like on the subframe. Sorry, it's a little dirty. I haven't really cleaned it up. I'm doing the timing belt water pump on my car pretty soon, so I haven't even cleaned it. It's gonna get dirty anyways. But this is just a simple stuff you can check. It's simple basic stuff, like all the wiring. Make sure all your wiring's good. You see, this one is to the main. This is a ground to the main fuse box. This is the fuse box. What you can also do, because this is the setup I have. It's 212 Pioneers with a really good DS18 1800 watt monoblock amplifier. It's a really good amp, really powerful, really durable. I've only had it for like a month or two. It's still brand new. So you want to start in the front, check all your wires from the battery, anything going from the battery bag, little wires here, there, anything. You can check the back of your stereo and make sure all your wiring in the back of the stereo is fine. Wherever your wires run, if they're running from this side back or from the other side back, you can check all that wiring. You can just follow it. So here's a lot of my other wiring that runs to the amp. All these wiring are good, nothing's ripped. This is under the seat, and then this is the trunk. All of my wiring here were good as well. All of these were brand new cables. There's no shortages, no water, nothing. So after checking all that, one second, sorry. After checking all that, you can literally just check your amp, make sure your amp's working right. There's ways of checking that. You can check if your subs are right, if the subs are working properly. A lot of times what I like to do is I like to actually take the subwoofers out and I check the connections in the back of it, because if it's doing a bad connection, of course it's not going to be, your amp's not going to be staying on. It's going to be on protect mode. So this right here, this is a brand new, what you call this, well, the power and the negative of the subwoofers, I have them crossed over, so I'm only using one side, so it's a crossover. You can check the wiring inside, the one that's going in the back of the subwoofers, make sure they're not stripped or anything like that. normally just with this little process that I told you, you should be able to either find the problem for the reason why your amps are going into protect mode. So my problem is because of the reason that I have an alternator in this car that has a very high output, because it's basically it's a racing alternator. Because I have higher CC fuel injectors, I got higher this, higher that. All this stuff is gonna cause your amp to just go into protect mode. So mine is reading at, I think mine's at 15.68 volts. So mine has a very high output. So what's happening there is that all that how can I say, all that wattages or volt that's going into my amp is basically put in protect mode because it's too much for the amp to handle. Usually an alternator should be putting out normally from like 13.10 to 13.68. I seen them go to 13.80. Some go up to 14, but mine's almost at 16. So that's the reason I'm taking out the subwoofers in the amp, because I don't really use it like that anymore anyway. So I'm going to be posting it for sale. If any of you guys are interested, go ahead and look up on OfferUp, and let me know if you guys want to buy it. I'm giving it out for a pretty good deal, but I really hope that if you guys are having a problem like this helps you out. But like I said, just check stuff like this, like wiring, make sure nothing's ripped, make sure everything's intact, and you should be able to find out the problem of your car. But if you guys have any questions or anything, go ahead and either comment down below or subscribe. Subscribe regardless if you guys can. Subscribe and comment down below, and I'll see if I can answer any of you guys' questions. I know it gets pretty tricky when you're looking for stuff like this because it's a process. The thing that sucks is that there's sometimes you have to take stuff apart, you have to take the stereo out, you have to follow the wires from the battery to the stereo all the way to the back or wherever you're running your amplifier at. But if it's gonna fix a problem, it's worth the time. But there's gonna be more videos I'm gonna be posting soon. New paint job to the engine bay. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing the water pump and timing belt and the pulleys and all that first, and then there'll be a little bit more upgrades going on. Thinking hopefully soon, because I'm buying a brand new truck, I might be either supercharging this Lexus or I might be turboing it. I think I want to supercharge it though. But stay tuned guys, and make sure to subscribe, and thank you guys.